MrRepzion, you asked what it means for people to be equal, what it means for them to have equal stature or to be regarded as equal. Nobody wants to treat somebody like they aren't equal, and nobody wants to go around saying that people are inferior to others. And obviously I agree with that, but honestly, in my opinion, the idea that some people are, or that all people are equal, like truly equal, like you said, I think that that's just sort of a bullshit stance. Because there is no way to equate people with each other. It reminds me of this comic that I saw a while back where you have a gym coach and he's with all of his different students, presumably in gym class, and he says, alright, we're going to make this equal. So everybody gets the equal test and we test them individually as equals. And there's a tree, the test is to climb the tree. And there's like a monkey, a lion, a turtle, a fish in a bowl. And like, how can you measure them equally? You can't, and they can't be regarded as equals in that sense. That doesn't mean that they aren't as good as each other, it just means that they are not equatable. In my mind, it shouldn't be about how people are equal, but how we can maximize happiness in life and maximize opportunity. So no, people are not equal, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're better than each other. What it means is we are capable of doing different things, and we should work towards making that ability to do different things the best that we can. The reason why equality is espoused so much is because it presents equal opportunity for people, which obviously I agree with, but when you try to say that people are equal, that means they can do the same things, which I disagree with. But you don't have to be equal. That's not necessary in our society. The big thing is, do you have a place in society? And there are different types of people who can do different things and contribute different things to society. Whether they are Bill Gates and they make all this new technology, or there's someone who can make wealth some other way and they give it all to charity. Maybe they help fund the cure for cancer. Maybe they're a scientist who cures cancer themselves. Maybe it's just an average Joe off the street like you or me who can make an impact in one or two people's lives. They were maybe depressed, maybe they were considering suicide or something, but when you come into their lives, they're changed for the better and now they're happy. I necessarily disregard the notion of being equal in society because it's useless. There's no point in saying that you and I are equal. What we should be doing is saying that we have an equal stance in society. In other words, we all have the equal opportunity to be whatever we can be, to reach our maximum potential. For example, I wouldn't judge a black man and presume that he's going to be like some hip-hop artist or something like that. Or that some woman is going to be the housewife or do some pansy thing. She can be tough. Rather than treating people as equal, I regard people with an equal opportunity to find success in their lives and reach their maximum potential. For example, I wouldn't judge an African American man, or a woman, or a gay person, or any person who's different for any other reason. I don't make presuppositions about how they're going to live their lives or what they're going to do. Whatever they have the ability to do, whatever talents they have, they should have the ability to achieve it. Bringing it back to the topic of feminism, which is what this whole ordeal got started with you for, I think it's really tough because on one hand you want to say that they're equal, but obviously men and women are not necessarily equal. It's not saying that one's more valuable than the other, like men are better than women. Obviously not. Obviously that's not the case. But what I'm saying is that there are differences between men and women. Largely these differences come from gender roles that we sort of made up, like the idea that men have to be tough and more protective, and then women have to be more kind and nurturing. For example, in third world countries where there's a lot of poverty, it's found that things get more successful if you put a woman in power because she has that more nurturing nature. So she will tend to help people and be more concerned about the welfare of everybody. Now, does that mean that women are more caring and they're more helpful towards people? Does that mean that they're better leaders? No, because women or men can behave any way that they want. It just so happens to be, in my opinion, that this feminine gender role, people who fit that tend to be better leaders because they care about their people more. And when you're in one of these third world countries where they have very suppressive cultures and they teach you to behave that way, it's the women who have that culture trait. Of course, when you're in the first world and you're developed and you have more acceptance of different people, men can take on that role or women can step away from that role. So in the end, I guess that equality isn't about saying everybody's equal, but everybody has the equal chance to become whatever they can. It doesn't matter what race, sex, religion, political orientation, sexual orientation. It doesn't matter what you are. Everybody has certain skills, and they should all be able to work towards developing those skills and become successful with what they want to do. And that should be regardless of their background, and you shouldn't make judgments about them based on their background.